Hello everyone, this is Alex from Swoosh English, and a lot of people have got their examination next week. Fingers crossed to all of you. I wish you all the best. And for the fact that the exam is next week, a lot of the questions that we get at this point in time, with around about 10-11 days remaining, a lot of the questions refer to OET writing. This is the area that a lot of students are taking the exam twice or 3 times or even 4 times, not because they failed the speaking, the reading or the listening, but they failed the writing. Maybe they got BBBC or BBBC plus. And so I want to cover as many questions as possible about this and really tell you everything that you need to know. But before I do that, we've got a really big announcement that's coming up in just 3 days' time, and this is going to help you whether you're looking to really focus in on OET writing or you're looking to focus on all 4 areas of reading, writing, listening and speaking. So only 3 days remaining. I've put a link in the chat box to a 30-second survey. So all you need to do is quickly complete that. You'll get the news about this announcement ahead of time before everybody else. But yes, we have a huge announcement that really will help all of you to pass your OET examination if you've got your exam next week. And anyway, I'm looking forward to doing that. But onto the topic of today's video. Is grammar important in your OET writing examination? So you'll have a letter, it could be a transfer letter, it could be discharge, it could be an advice letter. Usually it's a referral letter. And in this letter, it's crucially important that your grammar is accurate. Okay, so you're not kind of speeding through and really trying to get that 180 to 200 words in there and forgetting about your grammar completely. Of course, speed is important, but accuracy is equally important, if not more important. A lot of students, they don't do proofreading. They make huge grammatical mistakes, which can cost them. Grammar and cohesion are one of the 5 criteria that you're graded upon. So it's really, really important. And the other thing that I see students doing is they try to use overly complicated grammar that they do not need to be using. You don't need to be, I think a lot, and this comes over, I suppose, from IELTS. A lot of students who've taken IELTS before, their teachers wrongly told them that they need to be using these incredibly complicated grammatical forms in order to get high marks. Of course, this is is true to an extent, but you really need to be using a variety of different grammatical structures in your OET letter, your OET writing letter. However, it's got to be natural. It can't be overly complicated to the point it's strange for the reader, okay? Because in a way, when you're writing this letter, you're almost acting like an actor or an actress, because of course it's not a real, it's not a real scenario that you're in. However, it does very much accurately reflect what it would be like to write a referral letter if you're working in the NHS, in an NHS hospital in the UK. So you've got to obviously pretend it is a real life scenario. You've got to think about the person who's reading it. Of course, it's an examiner. However, you've got to pretend it is a specialist, cardiologist, neurosurgeon or whatever the specialist might be, another colleague that you're writing to, maybe it's for a second opinion. Whoever that might be has got to be able to understand it. It's got to be able to, read it and know what the next steps are, what the next action steps are after reading your letter. So, you will be talking about the past tense, you will be using past tense, you'll be using the present, and you'll be using the future. You could be talking about the social background of the client, of the patient rather. You could be talking about the future plans. You could be talking about what the current situation is for them right now, their past medical history obviously for the past tense. So you will naturally in your letter be using different grammatical forms. And if your accuracy is of a high level, then you will be getting good marks for grammar and cohesion. So hopefully this video is helpful to you today. Accuracy is really important. Make sure you proofread at the end of the 40 minutes you have for writing. Remember, it's 45 minutes as a whole, 5 minutes for reading, 40 minutes for your writing. Leave yourself a few minutes for proofreading and go through it and make sure your accuracy is of a high level. So hopefully this video was helpful to you today, and make sure you complete that survey. We've got the big announcement coming in just 3 days time. So I look forward to helping all of you who are doing your exam, whether it's July or whether it is August.